Hey, this is Jill Simonello with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today we have something really special. Now, this is a vehicle we don't have the opportunity to drive just yet, but we're getting a sneak peek before anybody else has the chance to see it, and that is the all-new Lexus NX. This vehicle is special because it's going to debut a lot of styling cues and technology that you've never seen before in a Lexus vehicle. So let's do a quick walk around and take a look at some of those things that are special. All right, so first I want to talk about the grille. This is the spindle grille. Obviously it's familiar. Lexus has been doing a spindle grille for a while, but they've redesigned it. It has a little bit of a different shape. You can see this is a little bit tighter up here, and actually the pattern in the center of the grille is also different. So you can see it there. This is going to be an F-Sport model because it has the black tone to the grille, and you will see some of the chromier tones to the non-F-Sport trims. But this is going to be the biggest thing that you are going to notice from the front of the vehicle being different. So I want to go ahead and walk around the side. Now, in terms of this vehicle and what it is, this falls in between the UX and the RX. So it's kind of on the mid-size of things, but 5-passenger with plenty of cargo room. You'll notice also with the F-Sport, you've got the black mirror caps, and then you come around. The really interesting thing is they kind of changed up the way the back of the vehicle looks. So first, you're going to notice this right here. There is no L logo on the back anymore. They are swapping it out for the Lexus word itself in a new font. So it's a different font than what we've seen before. And this is going to roll out on all of the Lexus vehicles. So the grille, that's a styling cue you're going to see roll out on all Lexus vehicles. This Lexus wording with this font, you're going to see that roll out on all Lexus vehicles as well. Now, I said this was an F-Sport. You saw the F-Sport badge on the side. There's no F-Sport badging back here. So that's another little styling cue design thing that they've done because they thought that there was just too much going on back here with, the badging there, the badging here. So that has been removed. The other styling cue you're going to see is this light bar that goes all the way across the back. It's for better visibility in addition to a little bit of design. All right, so while we're back here, I'm going to do a little bit of trim talk. Not Tim Talk, Trim Talk. Although Tim Talk's fast and Trim Talk is also fast. So, by the way, Tim is the one who's holding the camera.
And say that 3 times fast.
Tim Trim Talk. This is the NX 350. And basically, that means that this is a gasoline model that has the 2.4-liter turbocharged engine. There are 4 powertrains on this vehicle. So 2 gasoline engines. The base powertrain is going to be a 2.4-liter non-turbo engine, and that's going to be the NX 250. Then you're going to have a hybrid. So we've seen a hybrid before, and that is going to be the NX 350H. So very, normal nomenclature for Lexus. Here's the surprise, or the difference. You're going to now have a top-tier powertrain, which is going to be a plug-in hybrid, and that is going to be the NX 450H Plus. So, all of that is a mouthful. I think that's kind of fast. I do want to talk a little bit about horsepower because obviously the base powertrain is the non-turbo engine. I had in my notes, I think that's 203 horsepower. Then you level up to the turbocharged, which is 275 horsepower. Then you are going to have the hybrid version, which is 239 horsepower. Then you've got the plug-in hybrid, which is going to be 302 horsepower. So more power as you go up through the trims. One other thing to note, with the plug-in hybrid, you've got 36 miles of all-electric range. So that is really good. I recently had the opportunity to drive the BMW PHEV X5, and that had 30 miles of range. So this is going to be one of those midsize SUVs that has a lot of range. I think the Toyota RAV4 plug-in hybrid, so the RAV4 Prime, has about 40 miles of range. So this is pretty close to that. So let's walk around and let's take a quick look at the interior. So what you did not see when I opened the door is there's actually a little, it's not a door handle. You don't pull this out. There's a little, like kind of a button back here that you just press and the door pops open. So this e-latch system is new technology for this vehicle, for Lexus brand. It's debuting here, and similar, you have a button here. So this is not actually, I mean, you can manually pull it, but that's more of an emergency situation. You just press this and the door will open. So this is the e-latch system debuting on this vehicle and debuting for Lexus. The really cool thing here, because all of this electric stuff is going on, you will have, they're calling it, what is it? It's Safe Exit Assist. So Safe Exit Assist is basically, we've seen it on, I believe Hyundai has something similar to it, but if you are along the side of the road and you're getting ready to open your door and a bicyclist comes by, a car is driving by, a pedestrian is walking fast, running fast, and you try to open your door, it won't let you. So with the e-latch system also comes that Safe Exit Assist. I feel like I'm talking really fast.
And let me interrupt for a second. So that safe exit assist uses the blind spot monitors on the back, and so that's what it's using to see what's coming up behind you.
Yes.
So this How This Works segment was sponsored by. Oh wait.
Yeah. and so to that end, it will only show and do the Safe Exit Assist from, like, if somebody's coming up this way. It will not do it if somebody is coming that way. So, all right. So we will come into the front of the vehicle and hop in here. And I think they said we can turn it on. So let's see. I'm like, where's the button to turn it on? Ha! Hidden. So the engine isn't going to shut on because it's in accessory mode. It's not turn-onable at the moment. But you're going to see a wireless charging tray here. This really needs to stop beeping.
How about I come in the other side?
Yep.
Oh, and real fast. These are the tires, the wheels. That is weird. So, I mean, the latch doesn't move. Like, you want it to move. Like, I'm so used to this. I'm like, old man. But anyways, I'm so used to doing it, but you just literally put your hand in there and you just pull a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so that's from the outside, but then again, so from the inside, you just...
And it opens, yeah.
And it pops open.
And that was a question that you can pull that twice manually if you're out of power, or if you want to override the safety, you can pull it out 3 times and it actually will open if you want to override that safety system.
Yeah, or hold that down for 3 seconds. We'll also
either
do an
one.
override.
Yep.
All right, so we're inside here. We're in accessory mode, so we weren't able to turn the engine on, but I wanted to point out you've got a wireless charging tray here, and also standard on these vehicles is going to be Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless. And that is also a new technology that I think that it is on some Lexus vehicles, not all of them. So this is beginning the rollout of the wireless technology. Now this is really exciting. This screen here, this is going to be
I think she's pretty excited about the screen.
I'm kind of excited about the screen. So this is the new Lexus Interface multimedia system that they are debuting on this vehicle. And it is going to be, I think they said it's a 14-inch screen. And you will notice you can do really easy pinch and zoom, moving it around pretty easily. You've got your navigation, your left-hand navigation items over here, and it has your climate controls here, but you still have a little bit of your hard controls. You've got your volume there, and then this will be, I'm assuming, because it's in accessory mode, so it'll be dual climate control.
But look at this, it's got cold and hot on that.
That looks really cool.
That's really cool. That is really cool.
The colors.
Yeah.
So, obviously we haven't lived with the system. We haven't test driven it, but we did get some demonstrations of it. And
no, wait, oh, sorry.
Golf course. Yeah. As you zero in on that one thing. Yeah. So if you didn't know that Tim was behind the camera, you do now. But so what they were trying to do is make this incredibly intuitive so that all of the things that you want are up front and easy to reach. But if you don't need to see any of this, you can also hit the map and make it bigger, but smaller if you want your like heated seat or heated steering wheel, which, you know, I always want those things. And then again, your most frequently used navigation items here. So this is going to be a really interesting system. They've done a lot of testing on it. And again, we haven't lived with it. We haven't really been able to test it or play around with it. But just from the 2 seconds I've had, I mean, it looks kind of cool.
And then, so different vehicle, that's what different vehicle modes and settings. And you can see how that screen is split as well. Mm-hmm. And it looks like, on my camera, it looks a little more blue, but in person, it's not as kind of bright blue as you see.
Oh, and the other thing to note with this is really cool. When you link your account, as it's saying no account is linked because there's no phone in here, it will automatically link to your Apple Music. So you don't actually have to engage Apple Carplay or Android Auto to access your Apple Music. And say you forget your phone, the car is still linked to your Apple Music. That's my understanding. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of interesting. If you forget your phone, if you lose your phone, break your phone, whatever, you can still get into your music through the car. Here's another really interesting thing about this system. You create a profile and your profile goes with you. So if I create a profile here and then I rent a car someplace, or if I'm borrowing somebody else's car, I can load my profile in and all of my settings and things transfer with me.
Right. So any Lexus. So if you Lexus, yeah, it transfers. I thought that he said 2 phones as well. I mean, it's got all those new latest things you'd want to have in the system.
Yeah, and so it's not just 2 phones. It's 2 phones Bluetooth paired, and you can accept calls on both of those phones. A lot of the systems will have it so that you can pair 2 phones, but one is a primary where you can accept calls, but the other you can only put your Bluetooth music in. So I think it's kind of cool, like, because a lot of people have a private phone and then a professional phone, but this will allow you to access or answer both through the system without, you know, trying to, where's my phone? Which one do I need to answer? So there's a lot of really cool intuitive things that are going on. I cannot wait to get a full test in this vehicle.
And one of the things that's a little controversial that we've been talking about is that this screen is very much tilted towards the driver. Mm-hmm. And this is my first time in the passenger seat. First time in the car, but first time in the passenger seat. And I can tell you that I feel like I'm sitting close enough that's not that big of an issue. I feel like I can still see stuff. And, again, me reaching over here is going to be a bit of an issue. But, I still feel like I can do my climate controls. I can do things that matter to me from the seat.
But maybe I don't want you to reach over here because I do not want you to mess with my music. I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay.
Although we decided yesterday, I think, that I have the same musical taste as his 11-year-old son, so.
Yes, they do. All right. The other thing, let's see. We have the big dual panel moonroof in here. Mm-hmm. Because the back really lights up the back, so you're not sitting in the dark. Did you talk about we have the new digital mirror on this? So this is normal mode. And then it's not engaged, but there's a digital mirror there as well. So like it'll show you a video of what's in the back, a digital display. Here's something else we want to show. Yes, let's show it. Let's show it. I have to press my button. Yeah, press the button. That is interesting. Oh, hold on. So, we grabbed the key, and another technology that is debuting is the kick-activated liftgate. So, as long as you have the key on your person and you walk up behind the vehicle, you can kick underneath the center and the liftgate will open. I really like that, and by the way, like, I typically have problems with kick-activated liftgate, and I'm like, but I mean, I think that worked pretty well. And hey, look at that. It does a kick close as well. I like that even better. I hate it when they have the kick open, but then you're like, reaching for. Right. So I wrote this list of things that I wanted to make sure we covered. So the other thing that I didn't cover is digital key. Another technology that is debuting on this is the idea of a digital key. So you don't always have to carry this around with you, but the one thing most people never leave home without is this. So you can basically turn your phone into a key. I think they said you can have 7 profiles
profiles. So 7 different people can, have a profile on their phone to be able to access the vehicle, and it will operate as a key fob. So you walk up to the car, you unlock it, you have your phone in the car, you can push the start, and negates the need for the key. So I think that is also kind of cool. So in terms of this vehicle in general, it has the same basic shape. You see a lot of the tightening up of the design, some new design cues, the light bar, the grille, and all of that. But what you need to know is this vehicle is actually longer, wider, and taller, so just a little bit bigger than the previous generation. So in terms of that, like I said, you're going to be debuting a lot of technology on this vehicle that we haven't seen on Lexus before. And the new design. Can you think of anything else?
I think you covered it. A few things in the comments before you get in the comments. Yes, if you happen to have somebody steal your phone and you walk in, it is a key. It's just, like somebody stealing your keys, stealing your phone. Same idea there. Like you guys are thinking, same idea.
Okay, wait. Explain that. What do you mean?
If somebody steals your phone and gets in your car and drives off, it's just like stealing your keys.
But doesn't your phone have to be open? No, it doesn't have to be opened.
No, yeah. So
I know on other vehicles
that comes up a lot.
On other
I can point at her too.
That I've driven that have the digital key, you can deactivate your phone. So if they steal your phone, you can deactivate the profile.
There you go. There's the answer to that one. So, can you imagine you're driving along, your phone deactivates, and the car just stops?
If somebody wants to be really mean to you and you have they have access to your phone, they can just be like, I'm deleting your profile.
That's some Batman technology.
That would be like a bad breakup there.
Ooh, it would be. Pricing availability is not out yet.
No.
We don't know. It's supposed to be out sometime. They're building them in Japan, I thought, this year. And
I think, starting in October.
Yeah, and then next year will be U.S. production, so that's coming. There'll be a lot more on the road. But, basically the biggest takeaway I have from this is everything you're seeing debuting technology-wise, it's coming. It's rolling out on this, and roll out a bunch of other Lexus vehicles. So maybe this isn't your cup of tea, maybe something bigger, smaller, whatever. Technology is really the big answer for this one. That's what we're looking for.
2022 model year coming out by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
We rocked it. All right, hey, check the other video out over here, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you down the road.